What about the most adventurous moment?
I think it was a couple of times when at night, a couple of times at night and a couple of times in daytime. It'd be difficult to say exactly which was the most specific one, but we were roaring along in wind and waves, and there were a couple of times I thought, gosh, this is what it's about, you know. Here I am, this is what I wanted. We're in a boat poling along 1,000 miles from anywhere, sea and stuff, and it feels secure and just very rewarding. I thought it was what I was, you know, there I was, Mr. Bearded Sailor, driving the old boat along. I probably had a vision of that when I was about 6.
Yeah.
It's only taken you 54 years to get there.
54 years to get there, exactly, yeah. Or here I are. So that was it for me, definitely.
Mine was just really setting off from the BVIs. You know, it's having everything ahead of us. You know, the whole of the North Atlantic, and I guess not really knowing what that might bring in every sense of the word, really. You know, from a seamanship point of view, but also how we'd all get on and how the boat would perform and everything else. So it was just that the departing of the Caribbean, knowing that we're heading to colder climes.
That's not a good thing.
No, let's go back.
So we're sitting here in our warm clothes.
Yeah.
For me, it's got to be climbing the mast, really, because it was really good fun.
Very tricky. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just something you don't do very often at sea, and it wasn't at all scary for me, but it was good fun because you literally, you know, you forget that a small amount of roll just down here is enormous, or feels enormous, when you're up at the mast. So I was kind of clinging on for dear life and
taking a
shouting slightly, kind of nervously down to the guys on the winches to slow down or something. So yeah, really, really good fun and relatively adventurous.
Yeah, my adventurous moment. I think it's trying something new, like a mermaid. Corned beef? No. I think adventures. I had this. I wanted to feel like waves in the ocean, in the Atlantic. And I had a kind of a dream or image in my mind, things that you see in movies and stuff, and I just want to feel it. And I think we have a run in the last leg from Horta. We had a few big waves and 11 knots of speed. And,
proper sailing. Yeah.
It's probably the waves I was dreaming of, and that's what I was looking for in this trip.
Oh,
so
great.
Great. What about the your favourite knot?
Not of the day. I had the pleasure of recording them every day, and I'm going to do a list and see if I can remember. But I actually think the monkey's fist. It was one of the early ones we did, and it's quite rewarding, I think, when you're given a piece of rope and then someone shows you how to form a three-dimensional thing out of it that's symmetrical and quite attractive and useful as well, you know, for bopping people on the head with them.
Yeah.
So that's mine, I think.
Motivational tool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was very impressed with the rope ladder.
You were, weren't you?
Yeah.
You haven't got over the rope ladder yet, have you?
No, not yet. No. Yeah, that's definitely one I'll take away
Constructing
with
a
me.
10-foot ladder down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually can't wait to make a massive one with a huge piece of rope.
Somewhere to escape from.
Yeah.
My favourite knot is a bit less ornamental, the trucker's hitch, just because I think it's really useful and really simple and very logical, and I can see myself using it quite a lot.
When you drive a truck.
Yeah, it's just my other job.
Bit like the helicopter's hitch. But.
Yeah.
My favourite knot, I think, is I gotta go with David. It's like monkey's fist. I used to play with one when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In my father's ship. And, I always wanted to make one. I thought it's pretty difficult. And I'll try a few times and never like put enough effort to make it. And I'm glad I did it. And pretty good.
What about your favourite meal?
Oh, definitely the next one. I think we've eaten really well. Fantastic. Actually, it's amazing, really, because everybody cooks, and the variety has been, you know, remarkable. Even when you get limited ingredients, the variety is remarkable. I think my favourite meal would probably be one of the stir-fried concoctions we had sort of earlier on, probably on the way from Bermuda. But actually, I say the next meal because everybody sort of bated breath waiting to see what's come next, and it's like a time mark as well. It marks the day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
when you're a bit low.
When the hovering begins, you
Yeah.
know it's time for dinner.
Yeah, the gannets are gathering. Yeah, exactly. No fish then. That's the only drawback.
No.
Yeah,
Well, there was a fish, and it was my favourite meal. It
Was
was,
it? Oh, that's right. That's true.
The flying fish.
That's
Two
true.
flying fish.
Oh yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Self-caught.
Yeah. Found them on the deck in the morning, and yeah, cooked them up. I think just for me, it sums up sort of sailing in the tropics. You know, just the taste of a flying fish. It's not the kind of thing you can buy in a restaurant. So I enjoyed that.
My favourite meal, one of David's actually, which wasn't meant to be said with surprise.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, good
How
girl.
rude. Was Devils on Horseback with
Oh, right. Yeah.
stir-fried cabbage and ginger, and it's just, I loved it because it reminds me of my mum used to make them for dinner parties and Christmas parties at home when I was young, and it reminds me of that, and it's just so simple and easy and straightforward and really
Mix
really
of
delicious.
flavours,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
Oh,
that
thank you very
appealed to
much.
me.
Good.
Yeah, my favorite meal. I think it's just any pot in bed. I'll do. Anything. No, I think it's. I think David. I think Maylays. Some creamy potatoes with something else. That was like brilliant. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Good. That's a new career beckons.
Yeah.
Cooking at sea. Isn't it?
How about the funniest thing?
Funny thing, I think. Funny, I was looking through the pictures today. I think it's the sight of Jero draped like some male supermodel, Spanish male supermodel, across that Cabriolet Golf GTI in Bermuda. The whole thing was just so bizarre. That's got to take the biscuit for me. And we got the evidence as
I
well.
was taking a mark of Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
it's one of his favorite cars, and I thought, what?
Yeah.
Well, you look the part anyway. It's just the slinky drape, I think.
jump
Where the
with the
pink
shoulders.
shirt went so well with the bright
exactly.
green car as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Classic moment.
Yeah.
Mine was in Flores, in the bar that we became quite accustomed to, playing table tennis, and just the sight of David sort of semi-running for a
forgot
shot.
about that.
I don't know whether you returned it or not, but
course
just
I did.
momentum, just you carried on going, like knocked a table flying and smashed a glass, and you could see the locals thinking, well, the Brits have
Yeah,
arrived.
The glass just teetered, it rolled slowly, and just popped over the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh well.
My funniest moment, just for the surreal nature of it, was probably when we were showering off the back of the boat in that storm.
Oh, yeah.
You were dressed up in your gear, but I'd sort of had my shower and washed my hair, which was ludicrous in itself, but just turn around and see Jeru sort of underarm washing, holding his arms up to the rain that was lashing down, and meanwhile there's kind of thunder and lightning going on all around us. It was brilliant.
You got your timing right because you got all the rain.
You had to
It
wait.
slightly
Yeah.
vanished.
I had to wait a little bit.
Yeah, it's all soaked up, nowhere to go. Yeah.
Yeah. My funniest moment has to be like calling for the dolphins. I never seen
Okay, so what's
anything
funny
so,
about that?
I haven't seen anything so funny like that. This is brilliant. So good.
The dolphin voice.
Dolphin calling.
Well, I'm
the
shocked you
Indian,
haven't
the
heard it
Indian
before.
dolphins.
I noticed he hasn't done it since we first
Yeah.
laughed at
Oh,
him,
okay, I've done a bit of it. I'm whistled.
but we've all started.
Yeah.